You gotta keep on breathing if you wanna make sense of it all. We will not fall.
So let's start seated comfortably, whatever that is for you. You can kneel if you like, if you prefer to sit on a block or a cushion. We're going to take our Garuda Mudra. My mic is in the way. Garuda, you interlace the thumbs, spread the fingers, and then just gently bring the thumbs to the kind of little space there between the collarbones, right at the base of the throat. And allow the shoulders and the elbows to drop down nice and comfortably there. And you can take the gaze down if you like, because we are working on the higher chakras. We're working particularly on the throat and the third eye today, is that you can just gently drop the chin downwards, and so that you get this space at the back of the neck in this flexion, the cervical flexion, but you're bringing focus into the throat chakra, the Vishuddha. So take some deep breaths, get yourself prepared mentally, emotionally, physically for our practice today, which is our higher chakras, throat, third eye, and a little bit of crown chakra. But really that brings in the elements of truth, trust, honesty, intuition, clarity, concentration, and above all, that feeling of enlightenment, whatever that means to you. You can start to introduce Ujjayi breath here. That slight constriction at the back of the throat. A warming, audible breath. Feel the openness of the Garuda Mudra wings, Garuda being eagle for freedom and insight and intuition. Just an affirmation today to work with. I embrace the freedom and openness of my pure expression. I embrace the freedom and openness of my pure expression. Long, slow Ujjayi breaths. And our focus physically today will be up through the higher parts of the body, so the thoracic, the middle back, the upper back, the shoulders, into the neck as well. And letting the mudra release down towards the knees, lifting the gaze, lengthening the neck. Try to relax any tension that you might be holding at the back of the jaw, around by the ears, around the teeth, into the neck and the throat. You can relax into normal breathing, Samavriti rather than Ujjayi here. Sitting nice and tall and not forgetting all of the wonderful work that we've already done in the past month through all of the chakras. So the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, how you feel towards the end of the month as we bring them up towards the higher chakras of consciousness. And just gently wiggle the fingers. Stretch into the fists, the wrists, the palms, clenching, releasing. Circle into the wrists. Really get into the wrist joint. Oh gosh, I'm already warm. Ujjayi breath warmed me up there. And then begin to circle into the shoulders. So take this nice and slow and steady, drawing the shoulders forward, right up towards the ears. Exhale them back. So you're pulling the shoulder blades together and then dropping them down back to neutral. So they come forward as you round, up towards the ears, back and pull the shoulder blades together and drop into neutral. So that's a deep breath in. You stretch the sides of the body as you do that. And then the sides of the body soften a little bit. Last time, lifting up and releasing. Let's drop the chin down towards the chest. Feel the back of the neck stretching here. Try not to lift the shoulders, but drop the shoulders heavier. Make sure the navel's pulling in towards the spine. Again, breathe into any tightness and tension. Gently lift the gaze, lift the chin, relax through the facial expression as you come into that neck extension. So rather than compressing and dropping the head back, lengthen again the neck, the sides, the front of the throat, and the back of the neck as you take the gaze to the sky. Bring yourself back into center. Turn the gaze over one shoulder, and that means that back shoulder doesn't come forward but opens out. So still keeping that openness across the front of the chest. Breathing in, come back into center, gently turn the gaze to the opposite side. Again, being aware of what that opposite shoulder does. Breathe in, come back into center, drop the ear down towards the shoulder this time. Again, that shoulder might lift, but reach the fingers away. And you can reach the top hand up, gently adding an extra bit of weight. It's not a pull down, it's just a bit of weight. So again, that might intensify that stretch there. There's often parts of the body that we tend to neglect in our practices. We tend to work through, the upper body and the legs, but we forget the feet, we forget the head and the neck. Gently release the hand to lift the head up and then tilt it over to the other side. Again, reach the fingers away so you get that initial stretch, and then if you like, increasing just the weight. Release the hand, lift the head back into center. Chin drops and you go ear to shoulder, semicircles only, chin to chest, ear to shoulder. Notice any clicks, crunches, any movement, grinding that comes into those 7 cervical spine. Take this slow and steady. And then make sure you equal that out on the other side. Bring the head back into center. Take the hands up, interlace them, bring them back behind the head. Curl the elbows forward, and then again drop the chin towards the chest. Pull the elbows in towards the midline or the navel. Pull the navel back. So it's just an added, again, a little bit of extra weight at the back of the head. Deep breaths out and slow breaths in. Slowly bring yourself back up. Open the arms out. And then again, push the elbows back. Lift the chest. Lift the gaze. Oh, it's a bit of a challenge, that one. Again, breathing. So you're supporting the head, supporting the neck. Always breathing, bringing the arms back into center, releasing them. All right, let's come into cat and cow. So really focusing through our cat and cows on the upper part of the body here. So I mentioned the thoracic. The thoracic spine sits from here to here, 12 vertebrae, and then you have 7 at the top in the cervical. So starting to focus really onto the upper neck and the upper back. Ujjayi breath, if you like. And when we come into those cat poses, really rounding the shoulders away from one another. Good. Come back into neutral and reach the fingertips forward. Just melt the chest down, exhaling into your heart pose. Bring the chin down if you can here. So maybe you're on the forearms, maybe you're on a block. If you can, get the chin down, that extends the neck just a little bit, or the forehead, that's okay too, because obviously we are working with the third eye. Looking forward. And gently pushing up and pulling the hands back just a little so you can relax back into child's pose. Bring the hands underneath the head so you have a little pillow for the forehead, and the elbows are nice and wide. Soften through the spine, relax into the hips, the feet, the ankles, the legs. Nice and slowly bring the hands by the side of the body to give you a little bit of a press up as you roll up through the spine to kneeling. Sitting in that kneel, allowing the shoulders to rest, sitting nice and tall again, allowing the lungs to be really nice and wide and expansive for breath here. Let's start our practice with one Om, breathing in through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. Next breath in. And let's come into lion's breath. So you can stay kneeling if you like. You can widen the knees. The hands come out in front of you. Lion's breath, we'll do 5 of them. So lion's breath is this big exhale through the mouth with an extended tongue and open eyes. And the eyes look up towards the sky and the tongue points down. So it's a bit like that. So breathing in. Two more. And relax back. If you get any dryness there, just create some saliva down the back of the throat, just moisten through the mouth. Let's come to thread the needle. with the leg extended out to the side. So left leg goes out. The toes point forward. We're in line with the hips there. We lift up the right arm and send it through towards the feet. Get the ear down by the side, down to the mat. And make sure that you feel the alignment of the entire body here from toes to hand. So the left hand can reach forward. Our fingers in line with shoulders, in line with hips. Again, always come back to Ujjayi breath if you like in these postures. Very much aware of our throat, our focus and concentration, mindfulness through practice. Bring the left hand back, push into the palm. Reach the right arm up towards the sky. See if you can open the rib cage opposite to the leg. And then bring the right arm down. Change legs. Right leg goes out. Toes face forward. Try to roll the ankle outwards. Lifting up. Left arm this time. It threads through towards the toes. Softly bringing the left ear down this time and making sure you're comfortable and aligned before taking the next option of moving the hand forward. Fingertips, shoulder and hips, all in a beautiful line. Ujjayi breath. And bringing the right arm back, placing into the palm, lifting left up towards the sky, opening the left rib cage. And bringing left arm down, right leg back. Come into your forearm plank from here. So bringing forearms down, tucking toes if you wish to. You can stay in that kneeling option. Crown of the head reaches forward, throat parallel to the mat. Keep the shoulders, the hips, and the heels in alignment. You're pushing away through the palms, forearms, and elbows. From here, simply lower the hips, release the feet into your Sphinx. Opening up through chest, throat, and the gaze looks forward. Again, lengthening from the upper back and the neck. Take the head, look over left shoulder, see if you can see through to your toes at the back of your mat. Bring the head back into center, nice and slowly move to the right. Make sure the chin is away from the shoulder. Keep the length, looking back towards the toes. Bring back into center, widen the elbows, roll down. Belly, rib cage comes down all the way to the mat. Head to the back of the hands, crocodile pose. Keep the feet active here, so try and bring the toes and the heels pressed together. Legs are active. Spine is active. Abdominals engaged. Take the hands into cactus from there, so they widen out to the outer edges of your mat, 45 degrees. Try and press into the feet. We're going to lift up, upper back, and lower. Let's do 3 of these. 4th one we hold. 3 on the lift. And 4th one, cactus hold. Extend the arms out. Fingertips reach away. Broaden across the back. And then the hands interlace behind you. Press the knuckles, lifting up into your half locust. Pull the shoulders away from the ears, looking forward. Press into tops of feet, remembering to breathe nice and slowly. Lower down. Turn to the right ear this time. Hands stay by the hips. Sway out. Give the hips a little wiggle. Release into the spine. Hands come underneath the body. Let's go into our Shalabhasana, locust pose. So hands come underneath. I'm going to have to move my mic because it gets a bit squished. So palms are face down. Fingertips are touching of the little fingers and you are resting gently on your chin. Now, of course, you can just stay here. If you like, starting to push into the arms, strong legs, reaching the toes back behind you, and lifting the legs. Staying, holding, breathing, and lowering. Release the arms out, turn onto the left ear, sway out through the hips. Hands come back by the shoulders. And push back through your tabletop. Tucking the toes, coming into your bent leg, downward facing dog. Move the head and the neck. Give it a little yes and no as you pedal out through the feet. So let's have a look at our connecting vinyasa for today, which is our ripple into plank, and then maybe you choose your chaturanga up dog option. But we ripple the hips high, so we come up onto the tips of the toes. We bring the shoulders over the wrists, and then we come into that plank position. From there, choosing chaturanga up dog, or I'm going to just show knees, chin, chest. Again, being aware of the throat, we come into this grounding position and release into cobra, pushing back into your downward facing dog. Let's do that once more. Lifting heels, rounding spine, bringing shoulders over wrists, settling in, lowering to chaturanga, and then coming up into your upward facing dog as an option. Good. And pushing back into downward facing dog. Nice. Staying and holding, taking a moment here. Reaching left arm back to right ankle, calf or thigh, and opening up. Looking underneath the armpit of your right arm. Pushing strong into that right palm. Bring left arm forward. Right arm goes back, either taking the heel, the ankle, the calf or the thigh, looking under left armpit. Bringing back into center, exhaling into your downward facing dog and starting to walk the feet all the way to the front of your mat. Taking a lift there, hands on either the mat, the blocks, or your shins. Lengthen spine, and then exhale. Deep fold, belly, chest, over thighs. Letting head relax. And again, just be focused on head, neck, shoulders, upper back. Give that a little yes and a no. Let it become heavy and tension-free. Pressing into the feet. Lift up through chair pose, but continue through chair all the way into an upward salute, reaching the thumbs back behind you, pushing pelvis, and then gently open the arms. So we're gazing up to the sky, arms are out to the side. Good. And bring yourself back into center, into mountain pose, composing and breathing, ready for our standing work through flow. Okay. So this one is a little bit of a dancing warrior, dancing, yeah, I don't know where I'm going with it. Hands into the heart center. Take your samasthiti, exhaling into the earth, the arms open. Inhale. And they exhale. They inhale, they circle up and back, down and back behind you. You bend the knees. We come all the way through an L-shaped, bent-legged forward fold. The hands come down to the mat, and then you lift the sit bones into your fold. Nice and slowly release. Right leg goes back. Take a high or a low lunge, lifting up the arms. They interlace back behind you. Press down the thigh. Hello, Wesley. Hi. Hello. Release the hands. And then here comes our ripple connecting vinyasa. So the toe goes back. We bend the knees, we ripple, hips up, come up onto the tiptoes, bringing the shoulders forward over the wrists. Again, choosing your option. Chaturanga up dog, knees down, chest down, chin down, and cobra. Push back, downward facing dog. Take a moment to breathe. Find Ujjayi breath. Crown of the head reaches down towards the mat. Looking forward, nice and slowly, walking the feet towards the hands at the front of your mat. Lengthen out, drop the hips, get the belly, the chest all the way down over the thighs, and then exhale, let the head be free. We press back through chair pose. Keep on going, all the way into upward salute, opening the arms, and they come back into the center of the heart space. Left side, inhale, arms open. Exhale back into the heart. Second time, they sweep down behind you, over the top, L-shaped, bend the knees. Release down into the fold and then straighten the knees. Step back with your left leg this time. Find the high or the low lunge. Lifting the arms up. Interlace the fingers behind you. Press the knuckles down and back. Bending into the front knee. Gaze might go to the sky. Good. Nice and slowly release the hands. Frame the front foot. Step it back and ripple. So as you step back, the knees bend deep down towards the mat, and then you come up onto the tiptoes. You ripple the spine all the way forward into that plank to go straight into chaturanga, up dogs, or ground position, cobras. Back to down dog, find Ujjayi breath. Slow, steady, composed, strong. Looking forward, walking feet. Bend the knees, get the chest, belly down over the thighs, crown of the head reaches forward, throat parallel to the mat. And then exhale, start to lift into the fold. Get the head free. Release into the head and the neck. Bend the knees through chair pose. Press through the feet, lifting up all the way into upward salute. Hands go back and open, and they sweep all the way around into the heart samastiti. Good. So now we're going to do that with a little bit of postural flow in the middle there. Hands into the heart, breathing out. Inhale, open the arms up. Exhale back. Sweep the arms down behind you. They come forward. We go through a bent-legged L-shaped bend all the way into your fold and straighten the legs into Uttanasana. Bend the knees to step back, right leg. Find a high or a low lunge once more. This time the arms come up and they come into cactus. Oh, the joy of cactus arms. Okay, so finding, again, you can always drop that back knee. We don't have to do a high lunge all the time. These are ripples. So you bring the elbows in towards one another, squeezing elbows together, reaching fingers forward, and we open. Second time. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze it all in. And inhale, open. Drop the back foot into warrior one. Eagle arms here. So we open up, right arm in front of left. Humble eagle. Reach it forward. Fingertips point down in front of the mat. Good. Drop the hips a little closer towards the front heel. From there, unravel the arms. You're already nice and low. Hands frame the foot. You turn on the back toe and then come into your ripple of your connecting vinyasa from here. So left foot goes back, lifting up into the ripple down dog, coming forward into plank, lowering knees, chest, chin. Coming back into downward facing dog. 2 or 3 breaths. 3 or 4 breaths, depending on how long your breaths are. Being aware completely of the crown of the head pointing down towards the mat. Throat is relaxed, Ujjayi breath. Looking forward, stepping or hopping, you can choose here. And then we come into that deep bend once more, deep squat. The arms come forward and relax, lifting sit bones, exhaling into full Uttanasana. Bend the knees once more through chair, lifting up all the way, opening the arms and bringing them back into the heart center. Left side, opening up on the inhale. Exhale, closing. Arms sweep down behind you and up. Bend the knees, L-shaped fold, strong through the core. Chest leads, release into Uttanasana. Left leg steps back this time. Come into that high lunge or low lunge, choosing your option. Cactus arms. Make sure those cactus are nice and strong. Elbow in line with shoulder. Nice. Dropping into that front knee. Reaching forward. Long body. Elbows come together. Fingertips reach forward. Inhale. Open it up. Lovely. Exhale. Squeeze. And inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. This is your last one. And inhale, open. Drop the back foot. Left arm crosses over for your eagle. Reaching up. And exhale, right shoulder comes on the inside of the right knee. Bend a little deeper into the front knee. Drop the hips a little more to the front heel. Reach fingers away. Elbows are pulling away from the body. Hands go down to frame the foot. You turn on the back toes. And then right leg goes back to meet the left. You ripple up through the spine, rolling the shoulders forward into plank, choosing options of connecting vinyasa. Back into downward facing dog. Find Ujjayi breaths. Looking forward, stepping or hopping straight into that bent-legged, L-shaped, deep fold. Throat parallel to the mat, and then exhale, release into full Uttanasana. Breathe deep. Let the head be soft and relaxed. Chair pose brings you all the way up. Open the arms and hands come back into the heart center. Take a few breaths just to compose, slow down the heart rate. So let's come down to child's pose all the way through that flow. So inhaling, the arms open. Exhaling, closed. Sweep them down behind you, forward. Bend the knees, L-shaped bend all the way down, lifting the sit bones into Uttanasana. Stepping or hopping back into your plank chaturangas, up dogs, cobras. And pulling it all the way back through child's pose. Hands come by the side of the body. Take a moment to pause, rest. We have a balance coming up. Now, the balance is your choice. It is either a dolphin, or, which is a forearm down dog, or a headstand. I'm going to give you the option of headstand or your dolphin. So dolphin, either the hands can be as they are in Sphinx or interlacing the fingers. You're going to tuck the toes and walk the feet in. That's your balance. Your dolphin, if you're coming into headstand, again, the frame is this one. Head rests in between the palms of your hands and pushing into the mat with your elbows. Only a small amount of weight goes into the top of the head, into your headstand. So find your option there. Dolphin or headstand. Try and keep the weight out of the head if you are in headstand. Pushing away from the mat in dolphin. Reminding yourself of Ujjayi breath. Coming down, slowly back to child's pose. Yeah. Take time, slowly, 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 rolling all the way up to a kneel. Take a moment just for your head, with all that blood that's rushed into your head there, to just settle back. We're going to do that once more, but I want you to take the other option. So whatever you chose first time around, take the second option now. And if you did a headstand in the first one and you're going for dolphin in the second one, maybe lifting a leg off at a time. And if you chose dolphin in the first one, maybe you want to go for a headstand preparation and the feet don't have to come off. Remember, it's only at your level of practice. So I did a headstand first. I'm going to do a dolphin next. Good. And maybe releasing a toe at a time in both dolphin and headstand. Remember that crown of the head is pointing down towards the mat on your dolphin. Come down whenever you need. Take a rest. Child's pose. So you can see throughout the practice, we are really working through the upper body, into the upper back, shoulders, into the head and the neck. And nice and slowly rolling up through the spine, come into that kneel. These leggings are a bit annoying, considering they're actually priced quite expensive. I didn't pay full price. They roll down. Quite frustrating for an expensive pair of leggings. That's why I don't pay full whack. Let's come into camel pose. So you can use blocks. If you have them handy, you can place those by the side of your feet on any of the heights. Or if you're not using the blocks, you can simply take the hands to the base of the spine. That might be simple and good enough for you today. Or tucking toes, reaching hands back, and then pushing forward. Or maybe this is probably your most challenge. So finding which camel works. Ustrasana. Staying, breathing, working. Try not to lose the focus of any alignment and any strength. Keep breathing. Keep working in the posture. Nice. Bringing yourself back into center. Take an option of kneeling. Cow face pose. You can do the legs or you can just do the arms. I'll show you from the front. So the legs, right leg crosses over left. And you can sit on a block if you like as well, dropping back the hips, wiggling those feet out to the sides. And then cow face arms. One goes above and one goes below. You can use a strap here. Sitting nice and tall. And breathing. Relaxing through facial expression, not trying to have the face of a cow. A smiley cow. If you want, you may go into the fold. So folding over front leg. You took the fold option, lengthen the elbow away to bring yourself back up. Release the arms, circle through the shoulders, and release the legs. Change sides, crossing left over right, sitting on a block should you need. I'm going to. And remember the toes of your ears. These are your ears of your cow. So the toes kind of point forward of your mat. This means the right arm goes up. The left arm comes underneath. You might notice that one side you can reach the fingers, one side you can't. You're using a strap if you need to, or just reaching towards one another, sitting nice and tall, making sure the rib cage isn't flaring too much, relaxing into the facial expression, softening through the throat, and then taking the fold as you wish. Keeping that top elbow nice and lifted if you've taken that fold. Make sure it doesn't drop too much. Yes, nice. And then lengthening the elbow away to bring yourself back up to seated. Releasing the arms, circling through the shoulders. Release the legs. Good. And let's send the legs nice and long. You can sit on a block or a cushion here for seated forward fold. This is an active Paschimottanasana, so active legs. We're going to take hold of the toes, all the shins, but nice long spine. So there's space between the chin and the sternum. We're not dipping the chin, rounding the shoulders, rounding the spine. Lengthening the spine, hinging from the hips. Good. So open the chest just a little bit. Good. So it's like the forehead is going forward. It's really one for focus. Third eye. So you're not compensating for the fold by thinking, I need to go this way. I need to go deeper here. But then you're rounding through the spine and dropping the chest, dropping the head. Good. From here, we come into archer pose. So you're going to take your left foot, keep the right foot where it is, and then bring that knee up towards your left upper arm. Right arm reaches forward. Now, this is maybe a challenge for you. You reach towards the toes. I can't do this one. This is hard. So you can bend the knee and then extend or use a strap or archer's chop, a difficult one. So I would say keep tall and reach towards that foot. Can't do it today. So tight. Balancing on the sit bones, lifting up. Good. From here, we go into elephant trunk. So the left arm comes underneath. You put your leg on your arm like it's a handbag. And if it can go up towards the shoulder. Yeah, I know. Hands come down. Okay, so you're going to lift up into elephant trunk. She says, just for a last bit of fun. And then relax. So really the buttocks might come off about an inch. Forward fold once more. So think about where we're going on the next side. You might find the second side a little bit easier. So you do seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana, archer pose, and then the elephant trunk. And it doesn't really matter if you don't push off of the mat, of course. That's the end goal. And then this is where I think they keep it into arches. So they keep hold of the left toes and they're bringing this right foot back, but I cannot hold onto that left toe as well as bring this right leg up. So bring the arm, you can twist it around a little bit, but not to compensate alignment too much. You can release it to the outer foot if that's more comfortable, rather than the big toe. I really can't reach. It's so hard. And elephant trunk. The arm comes underneath. You hook it over the arm. The hand comes down as close to your buttock as you can. Keep that right leg nice and lifted, and then lift it up. I got an inch. And release. Woo! Well done. We're rolling down, lying on our backs. Draw the knees in. Oh, that elephant trunk. I think we're going to work on that one in June a bit. It's technically an arm balance. Just threw it in for fun. So roll out through the spine, roll out through the shoulders. Have a block handy if you need one for any of the next postures, which are supported bridge or bridge, supported shoulder stand or shoulder stand, halasana or snail, and fish pose. So choosing options here. Bridge pose first of all. Again, focus. Throat, third eye, crown chakra. Throat has space. Chin is away from sternum. Neck is long. Lifting hips. You can interlace the fingers underneath the body, just as we did in those lunges. Slowly roll down, shoulders, upper back, middle back, lower back, and pelvis. Take a moment to choose your option now. Supported shoulder stand with a block or a bolster, or going up into Sarvangasana. I'm going to go supported on the second level of my block. Hands might come back into cactus. Make sure the neck stays long and straight, chin away from the chest. And when you're in any of these postures that are reclined, try not to turn the head when you're certainly in a bridge, shoulder stand, or a halasana, a plow. Keep the head looking up. Moving into plow. So if you're in the shoulder stand, you can simply take those legs back over the head. If you're in supported shoulder stand using a bolster or a block, you might like to take the block away first, or you can use the bolster, pulling the bolster underneath you and go into snail or halasana. Tuck those shoulders underneath you, nice and tight. Keep the head looking up. Relax into this one. Neck is long. If you feel any pain at all in the neck, please do come out. Slowly rolling out of this one. Body comes down, legs go up to the sky. You pull navel in towards the back in towards the mat, and lower those legs super, super slowly and controlled. Still lowering, still lowering, still lowering. Relax out into Shavasana. Take a moment. Maybe move the head and the neck now, left and right. Rock it on the back of the skull. Soften into the spine. We've got fish pose and then a twist. So you can choose supported fish if you like with a bolster, or the hands come underneath the buttocks. Palms are face down, thumbs are touching, elbows tuck in, and you lift up. Again, chin isn't dipping towards the chest. You've got length in the throat, length in the neck. Head may go back if it feels comfortable to do so with all of the weight. Your choice here, of course, is to lift the legs a few inches away from the mat. Push into the palms, the elbows, lifting up the chest and upper back. And then ha breath here. Ha. Relax out. Bring the hands out, come back into Shavasana. Draw knees in, roll and massage out. Spinal twist coming up, taking both legs to the left. Open up right arm, either cactus or straight, turning the gaze towards that right palm. So you're really opening up through the neck and the throat here. Dropping the right ear down towards the mat. Remind yourself of Ujjayi breath. Head comes back into center. Knees come back into center. Realign hips and pelvis. Knees go right. Cactus or straight arm. And head goes left. Breathe in, head comes back into center, and knees come back into center. Realign hips and the spine and shoulders. Take the feet wide, drop the knees together. And then just take the arms back behind you. They don't have to be in cactus, they can just be behind the head. Take in how you feel now after practice. Hopefully, some focus up towards the higher chakras has been achieved, particularly into the throat for that truth, honesty, communication, into the third eye for insight, intuition, and into the crown chakra. And we went into our dolphins, our down dogs, and our headstands for higher consciousness and the belief in enlightenment. Heel toe the feet into parallel. Stretch the legs away from you. Point the toes. Reach the arms back if you can. Gather the palms together here so you're in full salute on your back. Pull navel to spine, spine to mat. Stretch the fingers away. Crown of the head reaches up towards the back of the base of the hands. And then gently release the arms, release the legs, draw them in, roll and massage out, prepare for Shavasana. So make sure you're nice and warm and you're comfortable. Using props that you might need. Just really spreading the shoulders underneath you, making sure the shoulder blades aren't pulling in towards one another, but you actually lift the upper back away. You round the shoulders and then you pull the upper back down. Arms are out to the side of you, as much space as you need here. Palms are face up, and you can soften into the elbows and the upper arms. Relax into the belly, the hips, the legs, the feet. And as you just become settled into lying down in Shavasana on your back, take a few moments to connect to your breathing. Connect into your physical self of how you feel now as you lie down after practice. This is your reward for all of your hard work. And taking your focus up to the higher chakras, particularly into the third eye, the area between the eyebrows. Just breathing and focusing on this area. And if you like, you can also visualize in color of an indigo or a violet color, filling the back of your eyes, filling the head with this color. Bright, vibrant, violet or a deeper indigo. And that visualization might just drift off and you're left focusing only on calm. I'll let you know when it's time to come back around. Beginning to take a few deeper breaths as you just bring your awareness back into your surroundings, onto the mat, and back into the body by wiggling fingers and toes. Choosing to stretch out the body for the last time before coming up. Drawing knees in, rolling out, massaging through the spine. Rolling over to your right side and just bringing yourself back up into a comfortable seat. Bring the hands into Anjali Mudra at heart center. Sitting nice and tall. Again, having this awareness and focus of the higher chakras, the upper body, the area we've worked on today. Physically, the chest, to open the chest, the upper back, the shoulders, into the neck, but also energetically through the higher chakras of the throat, the third eye, and the crown. And remembering our affirmation, I embrace the freedom and openness of my pure expression. We'll end our practice today together with one Om, taking an inhale to prepare. Always allowing time to go back in to your daily life, taking time to roll the mat up, not rushing back into your day. Always thanking yourself for your practice, and I thank you. Namaste.